Hi everyone, welcome back to Business Studies class. Today we'll start with one more form of business organization, that is Hindu Undivided Family, that is HUF you can call. It is Hindu Undivided Family. It can also be called as Joint Hindu Family Business. Okay, these alternative names you have to remember. It can be HUF, that is Hindu Undivided Family, or it can be like Joint Hindu Family Business. In today's class, we are going to learn the introduction to Hindu Undivided Family, or it can be Joint Hindu Family Business. This is one form of business organization. Okay, so you can see the introduction. It is a type of family business, we can say. Okay, Hindu Undivided Family or Joint Hindu Family Business is a family business, right? So, in a family, if you have more than one person having ancestral property, both they will be involving in the business. They have some ancestral property and they use that property as an asset, as an investment to their business, and they start doing a family business. So it is a type of business which will be done by the people who live under a single roof, okay, under the same roof. Hence we say it is a family business. And it is anyone, if you want to be a member of this Hindu Undivided Family, no need to make any efforts. If you take birth in that family, you will become a member of that particular family. By taking birth in a Hindu family and falling under 3 successive generations, one can be called member of HUF, like father, son and the grandson. Okay, like this, if you fall under a successive generation, you will be member of HUF. And here you have to remember, the eldest member of the family is called Karta in HUF. Okay, the eldest member of the family business is called Karta. He is the one who controls all sort of activities of that particular business, family business, right? The interest in inheritance is called co-partnership. Okay, they are called co-partners, to be frank. Okay, so the members of HUF, see, the main member is Karta, who will be, that is the eldest member. For example, I told now, like if it is of 3 successive generation, grandfather, son and the grandson, the grandfather will be the Karta and the others, all others becomes co-partners. That is what co-partnery interest we say. Okay. And few more information, this form of business is only found in India. You have to remember, this can be an one mark question. Okay, so this HUF business can be found only in India. As the name itself refers, it is an Hindu family business. Okay, so generally the Hindu family members the members who are more than one, so who live under a single roof, they can having ancestral property, can go with this particular type of business. And as we know that the eldest member will be controlling entire business and he will be knowing Karta. The liability of Karta will be unlimited. By this time you have understood what is this limited liability and unlimited liability. Once again I want to remind you here because everywhere we'll be seeing that. So just I want to once again I want to just inform what it is. Okay, limited liability in the sense whatever you have invested, only that much you will be losing in a business. If it is unlimited liability, you have lost. If the business is in loss, you will be losing what you have invested. Apart from that, you have to sell your personal assets and you have to repay the loss of the business. That is what unlimited liability. So here you have to understand that the liability of Karta will be unlimited, whereas the other members' liability will be limited. Like co-partners I said na, so their liability will be limited, whereas the Karta's liability will be unlimited. Apart from the family ancestral property, individually they will be earning money, isn't it? So grandfather, as a ancestral property, he may got some property from his ancestors, but apart from that he might earn something. So when this family business is in loss, the Karta has to bear that loss with unlimited liability, in the sense if business is in loss, the Karta has to sell his personal assets and he has to repay the debts of family business. But all others like son, grandson, or whoever present in the family, all they become co-partners, and try to understand their liability will be limited. They will be losing only their part of investment, nothing else. So that is what this point is also very important. You have to remember the liability of karta will be unlimited, the liability of co-partners will be limited. And lastly, you have to remember this joint Hindu family or Hindu family business, Hindu undivided family business is fully operated and managed by Hindu law. That is, we say, when I say Hindu law, different types of acts are involved in that we'll be seeing in next class. But you have to understand, we have an act called Hindu Succession Act of 1956 and new amendment of it is 2005. So this particular law will govern this particular type of business. I told you that for your sole proprietor, we don't have any law in our country to govern sole proprietor. But for partnership, we have a Partnership Act of 1936. There what happens? I'm sorry, it is Partnership Act of 1932 itself. Okay, so there we have seen that if you register your Partnership Act of 1932 will be governing your partnership. It means all the code of conduct, how the business has to be taken, how the business has to be moved, function will be governed by your Partnership Act of 1932. Similarly, for a Hindu undivided family business, we have a law called Hindu Succession Act of 1956 and new amendment, something were added and the law was amended, that is Amendment Act of 2005 we say. So here you have to understand that this particular type of business will be governed by Hindu law. Okay. See, you can see here the entire Hindu divided family will be of two groups, that is Karta and the co-partners. This you have to remember. Karta is the eldest male member of the family, like grandfather, okay, and all the members of the family, they have to abide by the decision taken by the Karta. As I said, Karta is the eldest member of the family. He will be governing, he will be making the decisions. It may be with the consent of co-partners. Okay, so the main person of the family is called Karta and others are called co-partners. This is also very important one more question. Who are co-partners, or what is the liability of co-partners, or what may be the liability of Karta? Please remember that Karta's liability will be limited, whereas Karta's liability will be unlimited and the co-partners liability will be limited. About Karta, we have some information here. Karta is the senior most male member of the family, as you already understood. Only the Karta has a right to manage the property and the business of HUF. HUF in the sense Hindu undivided family. As he is the eldest member of the family, he will be having control over the business. Okay, it is only the Karta, third point says it is only the Karta who will be there to enter into the contract on behalf of all the co-partners, all the family members. So if you want to enter into a contract with someone in order to sell some goods, so as a HUF business, I am doing a particular business where I have to supply some goods to some of the person. Okay, I am the supplier, so I want to enter into a contract with that particular business. Then it is only the Karta who will be having that right. Okay, all the members will be enjoying the profit loss, everything. They have to bear the loss, but it is the Karta who has to act as per the generally with or may not be the consent of all your co-partners. And last says, if the co-partners so desire, if the co-partners also willing to be the active members in the business, only with the consent of Karta and other, they can interfere in the affairs of the business. If not, it is only the Karta who will be running the business. Here you have the features of joint Hindu family business. Simple to understand. Members by birth. How you will take membership in that particular business? It is only by birth. If you take birth in that family, automatically you will become a partner in that particular business. That's it. No need to enter into an agreement, no need to make any efforts. Hence, the formation of joint Hindu family is not so typical. If you have more than one member in your family and if you have ancestral property, you can start your family business, that is Hindu undivided family business. Then comes management. It is completely managed by whom? The Karta itself. He will be entering into the contracts if necessary. He will be making all the decision. It is simple like one man acting for entire business. Then comes the liability. As I said, the liability of Karta will be unlimited. His personal assets will be liable for repaying the debts, and whereas your co-partner's liability will be limited. Then comes no maximum limit. Yes, for the members you don't have any limit. Entire family members becomes the business partners. Then comes minor members. Even minor also can also be counted as business partner, because by just taking birth in that family you will become the member. There is no condition that minor should not be a partner. See, for other businesses minor cannot be admitted as a partner, but in a partnership form only with the consent of others he can be admitted as a partner for the profits, isn't it? But in your HUF family, once you are born in that family, once someone takes birth in that family, they become the member and treated as co-partner. And lastly, it is unaffected by death. We have seen that sole proprietorship, if something happens to that sole proprietor, if he expires, generally the business closes. Even in partnership form, what happens is if someone retires, if someone expires, generally the deed has to be closed and new deed has to be made to continue the business. In HUF family, there is no such issues. Once, as I said, it is of 3 successive generation, grandfather, father and the grandson. Okay, like it is grandfather, son and grandson. Okay, then what happens, once the grandfather expires, the next person takes the position of Karta. Okay, so hence we say it will never be affected by death of any members. Okay, if Karta dies, someone takes that place. Okay, so this is what the basic features of your joint Hindu family business. Then comes the merits of joint Hindu family business. As it is not affected by the death, we have stability. It can be continued for more number of years. And effective control, because there is a single owner for the business and the owner is the elder member of the family, he will be having good control over, dominance we can say. He will be having dominance over the family members. Hence, he takes a decision in an accurate way. Okay. Management. It is managed by whom? The Karta itself, single man. Only if co-partners desire and they can act as partner, they can even come out as an active member in the business if all agree. Loyalty and cooperation. There will be greater loyalty and cooperation because it is of family members. It is the business done by the family members itself. No one outsider will be into the business. Hence, greater loyalty, that is greater attachment towards the business will be there because it is a family business. And then liability, as we know, the liability of co-partners will be limited. It acts as a merit. Okay. Then membership. How you will take membership? You don't need to make any special efforts to be a member of joint Hindu family business. Only by taking birth into the family, you will become the member of HUF, that is Hindu Undivided family business. Then we'll see about demerits. The demerits of joint Hindu family. Limited funds. As I said, with ancestral property, you are starting a business, so your funds will be limited. And your number of members will also limit to the family members. Hence, the funds for this business can be limited. Hence, the business cannot be done on large scale basis. Lack of management skills. As I said, the business will be owned and controlled and managed by whom? The Karta itself. Hence, if the Karta does not have good skills, as we know, a single person may not have different types of skills. One might be expert in a particular field, but not in all fields. In that case, what happens? Because of a single man dominance over the business, he takes all the control over the business, makes decision over the business, he may not have some skills. Okay, so because of that, the business may not improve. And the unlimited liability. Here we speak about the liability of Karta, because only the Karta's liability will be unlimited. So the Karta is in a risk. If any loss happens, all co-partners will be bearing only to their investment, only to their part of property. But here the Karta has to repay from his personal property apart from his losing his ancestral property. And then comes limited membership. We say limited membership because only by taking birth in a family you can be the member. If there is less members in the family, generally what happens, you cannot take outsiders as the members. Okay. Then uncertain life. See, we say uncertain life only because if those people are not interested to do a business, if the family members, see, only when they are not divided, your business will be continued. That is what we say, joint Hindu undivided family. If they divide, generally the business collapses. Okay, and no legal status, we say. It means in the eyes of law, it is not seen, the members and the business is seen as one. When I say karta, it means business. When I say business, it means karta. Is it clear? There is no separate legal entity, we say. Okay, even for partnership also same. You don't have any separate legal entity. The firm laws is the partner's laws, the partner's laws is the firm's laws. It is in this way. Okay, even for Hindu undivided family, it is like this. You don't have any legal status. That is, in the eyes of law, the co-partners karta and the Hindu family business all are seen as one. My loss is business loss is my loss. It is seen in that way. Hence, we say no legal status, that is no separate entity. Okay. Then last one is misuse of power. There is entire power is in whom? It is with the hand. It is in the hands of your karta. So his dominance may lead to misuse of power. So these are the demerits of your joint Hindu family business. As I said, your Hindu undivided family is governed by Hindu law. Okay, so here we say that we have different types of Hindu laws. Okay, that is Hindu Marriage Act of 1955, the Hindu Succession Act of 1956. This is what we consider when we actually do the business. The Hindu Minority and the Guardianship Act of 1956 and the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act of 1956. So this is about the Hindu law. So in this we will be treating the Hindu Succession Act of 1956. We will be considering for our HUF business. Okay, so here you have learnt, it's a very small topic and easy to understand. HUF is a small type of business where it will be done by only the family members, and if you have an ancestral property, you can start your business. Right, so go with all your merits, features, merits and demerits. I hope it is easy to understand with the help of notes also. So please go with that and try to note down all the important things. This act you have to note down. So you make a separate column for just listing the acts, because we have seen Partnership Act of 1932 and Hindu Succession Act of 1956. This will help you to understand and to identify the acts which are governed through which the form of organization are governed and managed. Okay, in next class we'll come out with the one more topic. Till then, take care. Bye bye.